Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Blonde Fox, and today we're going to continue playing some more Genshin Impact. In the last episode, we finished off the Raiden Shogun's story character mission thing, at least the first part of it, which allowed us to unlock Kokomi's story mission, as well as the second part of the Raiden Shogun's one. We need to finish Kokomi's in order to get Artaki Ito's unlocked, because we need to do Ito's to get to the chasm. We also need to do the second part of the Raiden Shogun's in order to also get to the chasm. So it's going to be our plan, is to get through those kind of as quick as possible. But yeah, I think that's just about it. Remember to like the video if you like and subscribe if you want to see more. But without further ado, let's get right to it. This is a new recording session, so we have dailies we can do. So we're gonna do our dailies real quick in Mondstadt, and then we'll get just so we have a little action, to kind of break things up. I thought it might be a good thing. And then after that, we'll get right to Kokomi's story. I figured we would do Kokomi's because I don't want to do like all the Raiden Shoguns like back to back to back. Considering we just said bye to her and that she needed some more time to, think things over and be for herself and whatnot. So I was like, I thought it'd be kind of weird for us to just immediately go right back into her stuff, At least from a storytelling standpoint, I don't really won't be like that, but again. Okay. Y'all are going down.
Brace yourselves.
Go, Chi-Chi, go.
Faster.
This guy doesn't stand a chance.
Okay, faster.
I will have order. Gather.
Time for takeoff.
There's only like 2 guys left, but this will help take
me
them out.
faster. Oz,
Ooh,
reveal
fire.
thyself.
There we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Wee. Awesome. Okay, next we got you. I think it might be faster if we... It'll probably be faster if we go from here. I was trying to think of, like, where's the quickest way to get to there from. Oh, I remember which one this one is. Ugh, this one's kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm really excited. The Yalen banner is coming up in a couple of days. So I'm really excited to pull for her. We have quite a few wishes saved up. I forgot to check my pity again, like how close we are to pity. But also we aren't guaranteed her because last character we got was Nahida, which was on her banner and everything. And so we aren't guaranteed who we're pulling for. So we have to win a 50-50. So there is a chance that while pulling for Yalen, we might not even get her, which would be absolutely heartbreaking. But also, we would get some sort of 5-star. As long as it's not a weapon, that would totally suck. If we're going for a 5-star character and we get a weapon, or if it's another Chi-Chi. Not that I hate Chi-Chi. I do think she could be really, I can see her potential on our team, especially if I get her built better. And she is a good healer. It's just, for some reason, she's just one of those characters I never really cared much for. I love her design, but playstyle-wise, she's just okay. But I wouldn't, and like I said before too, Mona, I wouldn't mind Mona, but I don't know how to, properly use her. So again, too, if you guys know how to properly, use Mona, or what's a good rotation for her, or, what's a really good build that wow, I totally missed all of them. What's a really good build for her or something like that, I would really like to know. So if you guys could put that down in the comments, I would greatly appreciate that. Because like I said, I follow the builds you can find on, all those build websites and everything. But for some reason, it's not working for me. And I have my Mona, really good. She's got, her attack is pretty high. She's got good crit. She has good hydro damage. I got good artifacts on her. So, I don't know. But yeah, if we do lose the 50-50, I would probably say I would want Tainari, or Tiganari, however you say it. I'm not sure exactly how to say his name. But I would possibly want him, even though we don't need more Dendro characters necessarily, because we've got Kale, we'll get the Traveler, and we have Nahida, and Nahida is basically one of the best Dendro characters, I think, at least in my opinion so far. But I wouldn't mind him one for the, would you leave me alone? Leave me alone. Go away. Thank you. Just for the, okay, anyway, sorry, I thought I was wondering what he was saying. Just for his passive ability, which makes it to where he can, stuff that's exclusive to Sumeru appears on the map. It's like Chi-Chi's for Leeway, but for Sumeru. And so I wouldn't mind having that, because that could be really useful, because there's a lot of, especially for finding, Nahida stuff and whatnot, and yeah. So that could be good, and I like his moveset. It's actually it's really fun. If it wasn't for the fact that his banner came out right before, I think, the Sinos, I would have pulled for him, because I really, really wanted him. I mean, also, he's a fox. Why wouldn't I want a fox? Duh, it's in my name. But, so I wouldn't mind getting him. I would probably say maybe a Diluc, because of the fact that we need a good pyro damage dealer, and I really like Diluc. He's pretty good. He takes a little, like, work to get built up, but I found on my own personal account that using him in combination with Naida makes him, like, crazy good because of the burgeoning elemental reaction. Pick that up. So, I went mine into Luke. We don't necessarily need Animo or more healers in a sense, but I really wouldn't mind Jean, honestly. I really love Jean. I love her as a character, but I also love, and might as well grab these because we do have to get a Jean. But I also, her moveset is really good. Her elemental skill hits really hard if you build her right. She's a walking tank, because like my Jean, I think she has like 25,000 HP. It's like she never dies. She's pretty much always alive. And her healing is phenomenal, and it also does damage to enemies that stand in it, swirl damage and everything, which we've seen how powerful swirl damage can be. So I'm like, okay, I wouldn't mind a Jean. Kaching would be okay, but we've kind of got the market cornered on, you know, good electro characters, because we've got Fischl, we've got Razor. I think that's all is that all the electro characters we have? I know I've asked this question before, but is that really all we have? No, we have Lisa. I mean, Lisa's not bad, so it's not like... So I guess Kaching wouldn't be bad. Why do I feel like we have someone else? I think there's someone I'm forgetting. And I'll check after we're done here.
Order guide you.
Oop. Drop the rock.
Solidify.
Oz revealed. Here we go. Time for takeoff. Wheel of life.
There we go. We'll go back to Mondstadt to tournament. Actually, we could go to Inazuma to tournament. It'd probably be faster. Just as long as we don't run into any character stories. I don't think there's any character stories. Oh wait, talking to Catherine activates it, though, I think is how it works, right? If I was to go here. Yeah, talking to her would activate the next one. Well, that feels like a waste. Waste of a teleport. Okay, fine. We'll go to the Mondstadt one. I just thought it'd be faster because it's like it's a closer walk, but again, I don't want to accidentally activate the next story quest. Anyways, yeah, I'll check to see what characters I have, but I was just like, I like Kaching. She's fun, she's fast, she hits hard, so I wouldn't mind her. But like I said, I kind of feel like we're good on electro characters because the way we have Fischl built, she hits hard enough. I've had this discussion with you guys before, but I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure who I would really want to go with. You know what I mean? Oop, really? You recalled her? Why didn't... Oh, because Duel isn't done. And neither is Amber. They got 35 minutes left on him. Well, that's annoying. Oh, well, we can claim these. Let's go ahead and actually check my pity. What are we at? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. We're at exactly 45 wishes, so we are exactly halfway to pity. We have enough for at least 20 wishes, which will put us at 65. We would be really close to hitting the soft pity, which I think is at like 70 or 75. So there is a very good chance we are going to get a 5-star, possibly. Plus, as we pull wishes, we'll be able to buy some from the shops and everything, because we'll be able to buy like 5 more, I think, or something like that. So we should be doing pretty good. I wanted to pull up my character archive. There we go. Okay, so out of characters I own, yeah, see, we got 1, 2, and technically the Traveler would be 3 Dendro characters. Wow, I have so few characters, seriously? Can I sort them by, owned? Is this sorted by owned now? No, that's sorted alphabetical, I think. Or no, reverse alphabetical? I don't know. Filter, no, that doesn't do it. Sort by owned, there we go. And can we sort by owned and by type? Because I actually like both. Oh well. Yeah, so we've got 3 Dendro characters if you count the Traveler. We've got 1, 2, 3 Hydro characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Animo characters if you count Traveler. Where is the Traveler? Usually, I thought he always showed up in this menu. I guess he doesn't. Okay. Geo characters, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you count the Traveler. So Animo and Geo, we got 5 each. Pyro, we've got... Oh, I forgot we had Toma. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. Wow, we've only got 3 pyro characters, and one of them's Amber. Yeah, we really need a better pyro. No offense to Amber, but we need a better pyro character. Toma's good, but he's a support, and same with Bennett. Bennett's not bad, but he's more of a support character, at least the way that I play him. So definitely would want a Diluc, or if I had Yanfei, we wouldn't be having a discussion. Oh, I have Xingling. Yeah, she's good. I just don't care much for her, but we should probably use her if we're needing fire DPS. Yeah, okay. I should probably eventually. If we could get Yanfei, though, I would be so happy. Like, I don't care. I love Yanfei. She is so crazy strong, and she's really easy to use, like her rotation and everything. I really like her. For cryo, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we went from having no cryo to a bunch of cryo. Well, okay, I've always had a bunch of cryo, but never, like, usable ones. I finally got Rosaria built, and then I got Chi-Chi like not long after I got her built up. But okay, so I am suffering for electro characters because I've only got Fischl, Razor, and Lisa. So the only one that I have the least amount of is technically Dendro characters, because I only have 3 including Traveler. I have 4 including Traveler of the Electro. I have 5 Cryo, 5 Animo, 5 Geo. Both of those are including Traveler.
And founded paradise.
And I only have I have 4
and the princess and
shh. And I have 4 Pyro. It's actually Hydro that I'm hurting for. I've only got 3. One of which I can't get anything for till we get to Sumeru, and she's like a tank character, I guess, in a sense. She's like a support tanky character. She's like maybe a sub DPS even you can call her as. I don't know what you'd classify her as. Shinsho, he's a really good character, but not really one of my favorites. I don't care much for his playstyle, but he is useful, don't get me wrong. He is a really good character. If you are looking for a really good, like, sub DPS support style, he is great. I love Barbara, so that. So actually, then going with that, out of the free, like, non-banner exclusive ones, we would be okay with Kaching, but we don't necessarily need a more Electro. We really could use Mona, but I don't really need another Hydro support. Diluc would be good if I don't feel like building up Xingling, which I don't. And Jean, we really don't need more Animo. We need an Animo like we need another hole in the head kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessary. These are all characters that are exclusive to banners. Don't really want Xinyan. She's okay, but don't need her. Stay with Beidou. I don't really like her playstyle too much. I love her design and her character, but don't really need her. Let's see. So I just kind of want to go through them and kind of get an idea of what I'm looking for characters. I really want Yanfei. She's fantastic. If you want a really great Pyro DPS character that can just destroy and melt everything, build her, because you can make her do some crazy, insane amount of damage. Kujo Sara, I don't care much for her playstyle. Goro's really good, but you need a good Geo team. He does combo really well, though, with Zhongli, so actually, I probably wouldn't mind getting him. I could probably build a pretty good team with him. Shinobu, I don't think I've ever built her. I don't know if I have her on my first one. I think I might. She's really good. She's basically like Barbara, but for Electro, so I wouldn't mind having her, actually. If we have to get Electro 4-star, I wouldn't mind her. She could be pretty good. Like I said, I want Tanari for another Dendro character, so we could get him on the standard banner, possibly, so, or even on an event banner if we fell 50-50, so I wouldn't mind him. I haven't played much with Dory, but she's got a pretty interesting moveset, so for Electra, she wouldn't be bad. Love Sino. Layla, I didn't care much for her. I love her design, love her, but for some reason her moveset just kind of confused me. I wasn't sure how to use it properly, so. Frozen, she's really good. Love her outfit. Love her design. I don't really need more animal characters, especially with me having Venti. She's really good, though, from what I did in her trial anyway, so. Yao Yao, I didn't care much for her. I don't really understand her use, I guess, in a sense, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I find other characters better to use that are Dendro than her, so I don't know. But okay, so that gives me kind of a... I mean, if you have better, like, any advice on any of these characters that I said I don't like or whatever, I am very much open to changing my mind on any of them, because I'm always looking to add more characters, because, like, on my personal one, I think I own almost all of these characters. There's probably only, like, 5 or 6 of them that I don't actually own. So, yeah. Okay, so I kind of got a plan. Basically, I wouldn't mind Diluc. I technically need Mona. I would technically need Kaching. I really want Yanfei if we're going 4-star. I could use Goro. I still really want Tighnari. I could use Shinobu. Dory's kind of take it or leave it kind of thing. And then these guys aren't necessary either. Okay. So I think that's a bit of a plan for what we're going for.
Let's go.
And again, if you guys have any advice on any of them,
Cooler.
I will gladly change my mind on how I feel about a character if you can give me some, like, good reason, like, not good reasons, anything's a good reason, basically, like, good, whatchamacallit, good builds for them, or, like, play styles. Like, I might totally be playing the character wrong, or, like I said, on a lot of them, I just don't understand their moveset fully. I would play around with them in the trial, and it just wouldn't make sense to me, like, what I'm supposed to be doing, and that could, like, or, like, what rotation I'm supposed to use on them, or, oh, what am I looking for, like, on a lot of the characters, it's like, okay, you need to use their elemental skill first, and then you want to switch, or do you want to use their elemental skill and then use their basic attack? Like with Fischl, whenever I used to use her, I used to just use Oz and then switch out, or I would use Oz and then I would just keep doing her charge attack, and I was like, man, she sucks. But then I was like, okay, you're supposed to use Oz and then switch to someone to do elemental combos, or you're also supposed to just shotgun her because of the fact that, like, just rapidly tap as fast as possible, because her basic attack, especially with the right bow, does really good amount of damage. And I didn't know that. I thought she was just a get in, get out type of character. And her burst, I never used to use her burst before because I thought it was completely useless. I was like, oh, it's like a get out of there type of thing. But no, her burst drops lightning bolts and deals damage, and it does really good damage, and it recalls Oz, so if your elemental skill is on cooldown, you can use the burst to call Oz back in. So you could always have Oz up. So that's why I'm like, if you have, like, on some of those characters, how you're supposed to play them, I would greatly appreciate that too. Because, like I said, I will use them if I can figure out how to use them properly. I mean, there are some characters that I just don't like, but also I can change my mind on that too if I can find a use for them. Okay, so we're needing to do Kokomi. Oop, I opened it up correctly and I shut it. I need to do Kokomis. So that's where we're heading, is Kokomi. I went to the wrong side of the island. I thought she would be at her shrine, but she's not. Anyways, long-winded discussion about characters, but I just kind of wanted to get that out there so you kind of know what's going through my head about, like, what characters I'm going for and whatnot, and what I'm thinking about them. Again, so I could get some advice from you guys too, because I love it whenever you guys give me advice and everything on what to do. So, I'll be shutting up now.
Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
You're here to lend a hand.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. you've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into 2 teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
Okie dokie, let's take out the Fatui.
Would
Fatui,
it glide any
Fatui.
faster? Yahoo! Orders given. Orders received. By royal decree.
This is
Drop the
order.
rock so they can't activate your shields.
Stabilize.
Brace yourself.
Do that, get it up so then I
Think you
can
can get
do this,
away?
because that'll get rid of the little guys. Yeah, there we go.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Stay right. This is bad. Gather. Order
Drop it on
guide.
the rock. Haha. This guy's gonna be the one that's a pain. Shoot Oz to get him to drop the Thundering Retribution bolts. It didn't do much
Here
though.
we go.
Ice guys are always a pain in the butt.
Yahoo!
Especially because why is his shield not dropping very quickly?
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
What's up with that? Okay, now it seems to be dropping a little bit quicker. At least his health is.
Comrades,
There we go.
they've set the ship on fire.
We did.
Attack. Curse them. They leave us no choice but to attack. Comrades,
You want to use water? Fine, we'll play with ice.
Solidify.
Odds revealed by Yahoo!
put your back into it. Time to fulfill my
Think you can get away?
killjoy.
Brace yourself.
And drop the last rock. This should almost finish it off, right? Oh, it's close.
Not breaking a sweat.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No slacking.
Uh-oh. Dang it, I didn't think I was waiting for Chi-Chi's thing to come back up, but it wasn't coming back up. Okay, you're getting annoying. Stop healing.
Yahoo!
Okay, Oz, please get on this side. And he disappeared.
Order
Of course he
guide.
did. It's always these little guys that are the biggest pain.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence.
How's everyone doing?
Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Guru?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sure, I'll see what I can do.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
And there we have officially begun Kokomi's story. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here, and the next one we'll go see if we can find Kokomi. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to like it, comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. And until next time, see ya!